Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am. Time for us to get into quite a few episodes of The Bachelor. Let's do it. Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehashed. Give this video a thumbs up, it really does help. Comment below to let me know that you are still watching the season, because we are in finale week. Any thoughts, feelings, concerns, drop them down in the comments. It really does feed the algorithm, and I love reading them on what you're thinking about in the final few episodes of Batch. If you want exclusives, if you want the episodes sooner, and you want them ad-free, you can go to patreon.com/rehashed. As we get into maths season, this is the time for you to become a Patreon. 10% off if you sign up for the whole year. Details on the screen in front of you right now. It's crazy to think that we've burnt through the whole season so very quickly. And a polarizing season at that. So many people have loved the new format. So many people have hated it. I have appreciated the dramatic boost in trash, mess, and drama. But it doesn't feel like I'm connecting with too many people this season, apart from Crystal and Bella. Okay, there's a couple of people I've connected with. Also a reminder that on Sunday night, that's a Sunday Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, straight after the Batch AU episode, I'm going to be here to do a live rehash for you. Yes. There's so much love and stuff in the final episode. Really all we care about is who they ended up with and then whatever mess we find out that happened between them saying, I do accept your proposal, and now. There is a live video there waiting for you to go and tick notify me. Make sure you go and do that so you're reminded when I'm live straight after the finale episode of Batch. And as always, just like in the finale episode live, I'll take your Memo Me's. Yeah, so at the end of this episode, we'll get to, I think I've received one Memo Me for this one, but we'll see if any more pop through.
How you going, mate?
Oh, I'm okay, thank you, Jed. I'm a man that goes to bed at night, cuddles up next to my wife, and you are seeing that on the horizon.
Funny, because it sounded like a weird attack on Jed. Well, I'm pretty good. I get to go home to my wife, and you're to see with two other blokes. I know which one is my fantasy. Also, Osh, are you saying that Jed can see himself cuddling up with your wife on the horizon? Shit, I'd watch that show.
And the reality is that I see myself with multiple women, and I need to make a choice. I envy the situation because, you know, I want to be able to feel things on that deep of a level, and yeah, it sends the mind into a tailspin.
It's interesting because, Felix, you are kind of in that situation, although you've got a girl who's in love with multiple men. Well, I don't know if Jess is in love with Frisky, but she's definitely in love with Damien. Remember Damien? Oh, I love him. Thomas, you should speak to Jess. If you're confused about this polyamory thing, she is definitely not the person to speak to. I've read so many comments from the poly community and people are mad.
Do you love making cocktails? You're passionate about it?
I'm passionate just because I love drinking cocktails.
So you like them tasting good?
Yeah, that's like really, really important. Are you cold?
A little bit.
So I also brought this for you.
Thank you.
I just messed up. I thought it was tequila.
Oh. He's not very good at presentation.
I thought he was meant to be good with his hands and a man of service. Seems very clumsy. Yes, my mum is also a huge fan of wine. It doesn't mean that she likes making wine, it just means that she likes drinking wine. And do you like making wine? Well, I like drinking wine. Is anyone else like me? Not in the grand sense of who I am. No one else would want that. But also, do you think similar to me that when anything goes wrong on a date with Thomas and it's not with Leah, I always think, oh, I reckon Leah set that up. I reckon she did it. Somehow she put like Vaseline on his hands to make it slippery. I wouldn't put anything past Leah. So Thomas's date is being sabotaged by Leah. That is obviously 100% confirmed by yours truly, Daddy. But nothing could sabotage the time between Frisky and Tilly. Oh, the till is full of tongues for Frisky's mouth.
What's the weight limit?
It's on.
Well done, Von Hoff.
Oh.
I think me and Tilly needed a good bang. So now that we've got that out of the way.
I don't know. According to Crystal, you already have. That is definitely not your first bang. Although I would imagine your bang to be that aggressive and that quick. One pump wonder.
I feel he's not reciprocating the amount of like physical intimacy and touch that I'm giving because I am quite a physical touch person. That was really off for us. I don't know. That was really off. Oh no, bye. All right, I'll just stay up here.
Oh, that is awkward. But also, like, you're hanging off him all the time. And I get it. It's different for you because at the start, he was also, you know, leaning into it. But I think you're always like, hang on, you're not close enough to me. Remember they're at the pool and he was just trying to, like, not just touch her the whole time and she wasn't having a bar of it. I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there who enjoy that, but imagine, even if your love language is physical touch, imagine just being smothered by someone at all times. Oh, I'd hate it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh.
Now what?
Oh, don't
Keep
look
going?
down there either.
Which is, I think it's like 78 floors. I'm scared of heights.
I don't know. He's just afraid.
I'm not being cool, Jed, in these situations. Shaking and I'm sooking. I can see myself falling in love with her.
Whoa!
I am falling in love with her. I can't just keep saying I really, really like you.
Do you trust me when I say that I really like you?
I do.
Oh, okay. That's a weird thing to say. Do you trust when I say that I really like you? What? That comment was a bit of a red flag for Elysia for me. She's definitely into him and he is falling for her and now he said it. So just with Thomas and Leah, no takes his backsies. Poor Jed, every time he's with Elysia, it turns out that it's not the best situation. Did they do the ice skating together? Yeah. And then they did the roller coaster. It must get very confusing for Jed when the producers go, okay, we're going to have a date and where you and Elysia are going to get high. And Jed's like, well, I know how to do that. I'm in a band.
What's the matter?
Normally we like can't keep our hands off each other or we would have like pashed already or like been touchy, but you're a bit reserved. What's running through your mind, like to just have those like constant like...
Yeah. You know, I don't want to fall back into that trap. Me just thinking about the physical side. This is a compliment where it sounds not like a compliment, but you are so attractive and so my type. You know, I am trying to get out of that way of thinking, but we have a greater physical connection than any of the other girls in the house. If I had met you 6 months ago, we'd be dating straight away.
Yeah.
Where I'm at now is like, okay, the physical's there. Can we delve deeper into the other stuff?
I feel like we're so far away. Like,
You got a pretzel.
I like wrestling, but too much physical. No, I'm joking.
Now I'm trying to get on that deeper level because that nurturing feel is something that, you know, I want.
Do you not think I have that?
Well, once she's got you in the pretzel, you have to answer all of her questions. Do you not think I have that? I'm very nurturing. But instead of me holding someone on my lap, I sit on their lap and they nurture me. So I'm not nurturing, I'm nurtured. Tilly is having a full-on breakdown from what we've seen in the edit because she hasn't been pashed today. Wow, maybe my partner and I don't pash enough. Should I be questioning my existence because we don't just like randomly pash it? Like when we're at Woolly, should we be macking on? Oh, but I like pretzeling. I repeat again, you just can't be on someone at all times. That's how someone's gonna get bored of you really quickly. Smothering. Look, Google it. Look it up immediately, Till.
Well, I think everything with us so far has been like sort of sex orientated.
The tone of the conversation completely changed. Yeah, it was a different feel for us.
If you were to take away
you were having a
the
conversation
physical that we've got at the moment, which is, like, where would you put that?
I think
You're right.
I just don't, because but also like,
If I can't finally burrow down and find that emotional connection, not really much point pushing forward.
It always makes sense, doesn't it? So often, someone who is so clearly the front runner, Abby Chatfield, all they do is the sexy time, according to the edit, and now we get to the pointy end, and they're not copping the pointy end anymore, and they're very mad about it because there's no real depth to any of it. Hands up, sweet baby angel, if you predicted it. I know you did. So many of you commented saying it wasn't going to end well. No, let's not write Tilly off. Maybe she'll have, she'll say that she's falling for him and she'll fully open up and just save the day.
We could send a little message. I suggest using the letter writing with the telescope.
That's a good
Oh, this is my dream.
Slapped them up on the wall and prayed that they would look.
They prayed that they would look.
N-N-E-R.
Oh my God, there's papers.
They're spelling
Oh,
something
they
out.
are.
Turns out our boyfriends were stalking us. N-N-D.
You couldn't read it.
Dinner! Do we flash our boobs to show them that we accept?
Yeah, Bella! Get him out for the boys. How will they know that you're going to say yes? Nothing gives me more joy than knowing that the producers are trying to make us think that coincidentally the girls are just always looking up at the penthouse, hoping that they'll send a message, and that the boys thought that they'd put a message up thinking, well, let's just hope they see it. Look, I know we're dumb, but there is a line to how dumb you think we are. Anyway, they're going to have dinner. And we all know what's up for dessert if Bella's providing for dessert. Oh, I love Bella. I still don't know why she's there after the whole beach incident, but I love her.
Yeah, I got to sit next to Thomas. That's where I feel I belong. So.
Oh, we know. You didn't have to say that. We're totally across where you think you belong. I have to give Leah some credit. At least she's not trying to pretzel Thomas at all times of the day, I've got a conspiracy theory. I think they got married on that first date. And then producers said, well, sure, you can get married, but you all have to go through the process so we can film it and make a show out of it. Who's with me? They got married on day one.
Never have I ever lied about something about myself in order to impress someone else. I pretended to be vegan once to date a vegan.
Never have I ever cheated on someone.
I have a drink.
I have a drink. Never have I ever considered doing a honey badger.
What's a honey
What's
badger?
a honey badger?
Not picking anyone and just going home by yourself.
Yeah, I can say confidently right now, no. I'm not intending on doing a honey badger.
Well, I would definitely have to drink with that last one because I've definitely thought about doing honey badger. I love how all eyes were locked on Felix. They are so convinced that he is going to do a runner at the altar. Would we call it an altar? Podium. The finale podium. And normally the finale podium is, built up. It's in a forest or it's over a creek or it's in the middle of the desert, and they love that. This year, it's probably just going to be at Movie World. Yeah, I got to cut costs. Batman's on camera too.
I think that her honesty is a very attractive feature. There's a lot of people that just don't have the confidence to say, yeah, this relationship isn't working. Let's explore other pathways.
Is that something you would want to do?
No, an open relationship is not something that I'm...
Jeff? Sorry, this is really uncomfortable and very strange. So
Yeah.
you make for Angie and Felix in a relationship.
Yeah.
What would you want in that relationship?
If I was to walk out of here with Felix, my goal would be for it just to be him and I. And I would want a partner who would be open to
The possibility of
the
an open
possibility
relationship.
of an open relationship. Like, those cookies at hens parties where it's one dick forever?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have
Yeah, no, I get
that
that.
particular.
Well, Jess, you can eat the cookie. Just because you eat the cookie doesn't mean it's a binding contract and you have to have one dick forever. Here's my problem, Jess. When we go back to the whole Damien chat, where he was at the Cali Beach Club and it was so awkward, you were sitting there talking about how he has given you the freedom to do what you like, but you haven't reciprocated giving him the freedom. And you claim, oh, I know I'm a hypocrite, and yet we just move on from that. To me, that's not an open relationship. There's a crack in the door where you get to sneak out, but Damien can't make it through. And so would the rule be the same for Felix? You can go and do whatever you want, Damien in Townsville, and Felix, no? Because there's someone called Tilly who's pretty into him sexually.
But you're open to being in an open relationship.
Jess used the phrasing that she was on a work trip to Brisbane. She wants to have a sexual relationship, someone that she meets there.
It's just the idea that I may potentially want that. Say, hey, babe, what do you think of this? I'm thinking about catching up with an old friend and, exploring that sexual relationship.
Because you get lost in her beauty and lost in the way she talks, and it's kind of like witchy. She kind of casts a spell on you when she's talking.
It's kind of like witchy. Again, Crystal being my favourite of the season with Bella very close behind. has made an excellent point. And I think a lot of the Sweet Baby Angels have made the comments on YouTube and Patreon very similar. She's very witchy and culty and is like, look into my pretty eyes, my pretty blue eyes, my beautiful skin and my blonde hair. And look at me when I say that you will be in an open relationship, but you will not be with anyone. I will be with anyone I like, especially on a business trip to Townsville. Hello, old friend from 10 years ago. Guess what I've got for you? I've said it a number of times, but I'll say it again in case people just get mad at me. Your relationship, your rules. You get to make up the rules in your relationship. To me, this was always going to be a problem because you've tried to bring your rules and try to meld them with a random guy, Felix, a bachelor on television who you don't know, and he keeps saying to you, look, I'm happy to get to know you, but at the end of this, no open relationship, and you're saying, this is what I want. I don't know why we're continuing with this. Why is this happening? I do know the producers, and it's great for the television, but he doesn't want what you want. He's made that abundantly clear. So you either bend and say, okay, let's just be together. Hey, Damo, gonna have to call it quits. For now, until I call you in a decade on a very, very important business trip. Why don't we just call it now?
But really, truly, what she's saying is she wants to go have all the fun in the world and half of Brisbane. The sounds of it.
If I was to nib that in the butt and say immediately, no, no, not at all. Is that what's your reaction?
Look, that probably wouldn't be a deal breaker because it's so early on. Potentially, if that kept coming up for me and I felt like my partner wasn't wanting to be happy for my own happiness, so I think probably would be a deal breaker.
If Felix wants a monogamous relationship, then Jessica Navin should go home.
The cat lady gets it. Jessica, this isn't for you. The show, fine to go on, and great that you can, I don't know if the polyamorous community want your representation, but still, great that you've created a conversation. I find that interesting. But you and Felix, it's not going together. His mind isn't going to be open to that point. I think he was happy to give you time, and in that time, it's just been made so clear to me that you're not letting Damien loose. He came there, and you didn't resolve anything, as far as we saw. Again, highly edited TV show. All right, so the man who speaks very softly, Osher, has arrived, and he tells everybody that they've got some roses to hand out, and if you don't get a rose during the fun party, so there's no rose ceremony, it's just like a fun party, and if you get a rose, it's like musical chairs. If you get one, you get to stay in the game, and if you don't, bye-bye, lady.
We've all been through so much shit together, and it's so sad to say goodbye to that.
3 people are going home tonight.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Ooh, Thomas.
Yeah.
Would you accept this rose?
I would
Jeez,
love
Lauren's
to.
really come out of nowhere.
Jessica, will you accept this rose?
I will. Thank
And
you.
still, why are you pushing this?
Will you accept this rose?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, you would like to accept it?
Yeah, of course.
There she goes.
Leo's got one.
Abigail, will you accept this rose?
Okay.
Will you accept this rose?
Of course so. You can't make someone love you. Yeah. Jed's getting a rose from the pot for Courtney. Oh my God, I'm going home.
No, Bella.
I'm okay.
Are you?
It's okay. I'm going to miss ya.
Will you accept this rose?
I think Elysia's fine. Courtney gets the final rose. I don't know why I'm shocked. We all watched the beach thing. We knew that Bella wasn't going to be there at the end with him. That would have been a huge shock. But I'm just so sad because she's so funny and fun. Oh, and on their first date, they got a tattoo. Remember, he was the Spatula Bachelor, the Spatula. Get her on the show. Bella, if you've ever watched any of the rehashes and you're not too offended at what I've said about you, I'm a huge fan. Anything I say is out of love. Message me. Come on the show before the batch is finished.
It's okay. But is Bella going?
No.
But you can't be shocked.
I'm really, really sorry.
You want to kiss her?
You're such a special woman.
I can't make you love me, and that's fine.
Okay.
We're going to be friends, and maybe we'll start a country and western band.
We-
Please go our city matching tattoos. It's going to be fine.
I
I'm
really
so
appreciate it.
happy that you've made this choice. I'm not ready to be a wife. You can't get rid of me that easy. It's pretty crazy that every time I look at this, I'll think about a man that didn't want to shag me.
That is pretty crazy. Oh, yeah, where'd you get that tattoo? Oh, actually, on a TV show, you might have heard of it. It's called The Bachelor. And yeah, we got these matching tattoos, and it seemed fun at the time, but now I'm constantly reminded every time I see it that he did not want to touch me. No, that's not true. Remember, you guys peck on the lips, and that means more to Jed. I don't know if anyone was going to buy that one. Oh,
There's no real solid foundation in between us yet. And I understand that Jasmine isn't the one. Want to come with me?
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
It's heartbreaking because I was really, really starting to fall for that boy. Wasn't meant to be.
Would we call him a boy? I don't want to nitpick. You're having a real moment, Jasmine, but would we call him a boy? He's definitely wellness daddy. There's nothing boyish about him. Oh, he's immature. Don't get me wrong, because Kiki's got kids, and he can't be with someone who's got kids, and he's kept Kiki around for this whole time away from her kids. Seems like a massive dick move to me. Unless he picks Kiki at the end, and then I'll forgive it. All right, so, okay, Jasmine's gone, and sadly, Bella is gone, and I suppose Jasmine got what she wanted out of this. Well, according to Tash, she just wanted to promote her OnlyFans. Oh, Natasha, good times. So, the only people who don't have roses, Crystal and Tilly, of course.
Till, are you okay?
Oh, we've lost her.
What's up, man?
Oh, she's having a full-on break. Oh,
I
she's
just
got
don't
a
want
lot
him to give
about.
up on me.
It's a
Did you
weird
say
part of
that
the
to
dress,
him?
isn't it?
No. You need to say that to him.
I feel like whatever. Thank you so much for everything. Of course. Yeah, I trust you. You're a smart boy. And as well, so that always helps.
Felix, I can't.
Oh, here she goes. She's going to pour it all out.
I can't lose you. I like you. I like where this is headed. I want to see where this goes. I don't want this to end here.
too much
I
with
feel
the
like
brow.
I need this little wake up. Just be like, right, let's unpack a bit more. Let's delve a little bit deeper.
Yes. Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? She wants to unpack. She wants to delve. She's still probably going to try and pretzel you at every turn. You're never going to be able to escape, but she wants to delve deeper. And she's not just talking about little Felix. Come on, a bit strong though. I'm glad that Tilly is, trying to give emotions and stuff, but running up to him going,
I can't lose you. I can't lose you.
that's something to expect from Leah.
Crystal, will you accept this rose?
Oh no. Oh.
Just wasn't meant to be. And that's so fine.
And I want you to know that this was an incredibly hard decision to make.
The spark that I'm looking for comes in a bit of a different form now. I'm looking for a long-term partner here. I'm not looking for a fling.
And I think deep down, maybe Tilly was looking for more too. She just feels like that's how she has to show it. Again, not a trained professional. So that is the end of the episode for Bachelor's episode 9. Okay, all right, 2 more episodes to drop for you very soon. If you're on Patreon, the other one is already out. If you're on YouTube, who knows when? Soon. Before we go, it is time to get to a Memo Me! Memo Me! Memo Me! Yeah, Deb, hello.
First and foremost, before we get to tonight's episode, love the new Maths Bride. Absolutely fabulous and gorgeous in her dress. You definitely should be doing the Maths promos from now on. It's so much more fun and interesting.
I'll let Channel 9 know.
So on to tonight's batchies. Yeah, very interesting episode. Fairly boring too, honestly.
Yeah.
Kind of not shocked that Tilly went, I think. It's just they were really all about sexual chemistry, and she didn't really do the whole let's get down and talk and actually try and do a proper connection until she thought she was going to go home. Not shocked, I guess, with the others. Be interesting to see as it ends and comes through the next following nights. But yeah, wait and see. I guess all the trash mess has disappeared. Oh no, wait, we've still got Jess to give us trash mess and drama. Bye.
She's still there. Yeah, because normally in the last couple of episodes, it's just about love. So the episodes will be shorter because the more love there is, the less I'm interested. I say that, but you guys know I'm a softie. That is the only Memo Me we have. If you want to send them, you can. Wilko Rehashed on Instagram and Facebook. If you want more, you can always go to patreon.com/rehashed. And depending on the show, maybe you're not in Australia and you're not able to watch them. Well, all you have to do is get a VPN. I use ExpressVPN. Details on how you can get an extra 3 months free if you use the link below. Huge thank you to everyone who supports the channel with your comments, with your likes, with watching the videos all the way through. It really does help the algorithm and I appreciate it. Also, people who are giving me super thanks. There is a thanks button right there where you can donate to the channel or use the link below. That means that YouTube don't get a cut and it goes straight to me. Nicholas, Anna, and Ruth have all donated that way, and I really do appreciate it. If you want to find out how you can support the channel, the links are below in the description. Another episode not too far away for you, sweet baby angel. Bye-bye.